Did anyone ever talk about what the island might become someday?
No, that was the least of our worries. No, I don't remember that there was anything discussion like that.
Well, I can tell you something that my dad, I heard him talking about, that when my parents came here in 1895, that there were some people here who didn't like to see new settlers come here, because at that time they had, well, I guess it was true. At that time, everyone had their cows running out. Of course, we did for many years after that.
Did.
But they figured the more people that came here, the less pasture there'd be for them.
Yeah, I remember when going to school and we'd run up a herd of cows, afraid to go by.
Bulls even.
Bulls, yeah, I
Aiken
remember.
stamps or some for years afterwards.
Yeah.
I remember once something happened to my brothers, and of course the cows, we always had to go over to the brickyard to get our cows. Well, maybe not always, but that was where the main pasture was. And here were Aiken Stems or whoever they were, and here was a bull just bellowing around, and here was a kid trying to, and I didn't know enough. I'd never been over to get the cows with the boys, so I didn't know, and I thought the cows should walk on the road. I had an awful time over there between trying to keep them on the road. There was a road there at that time, you know, pretty good.
They had their own shortcuts, probably.
Yeah, and after they wandered a little bit while I had to try to chase them.
Well, it wasn't very long ago they started their herd law, was it?
Oh,
it's quite a while now.
yeah, it's quite a while now.
I remember when Ben used to hunt his cattle with a gun.
Yeah, I do too. But I
There was
remember
a while you
going,
had to shoot him, they chase him up a tree otherwise.
I remember going after looking for the cows way down there past with Riviera where the baseball park is.
Yeah.
And that was their favorite place when
That
the
was
feed
their
got
favorite place, yeah.
scarce in the summer.
Yeah.
There was that Japanese clover would grow up in the burnt up areas up by Riddy's place.
Oh yeah, back up there.
And those
They had to
peas
chase 'em.
too, the wild peas, remember how the cows
Yeah.
liked the
Yeah.
wild peas?
Yeah.
There's still lots of them. I can remember when I went to school, I stayed with Augusta I don't remember how long I stayed there. And we'd go up, you know, around the swamp, and these wild cattle that, from Sandberg's place, the woods would be full of them in there. I don't know how many there were. They were wild. I don't know if they ever took them home. And Mr. Camus, I guess, had the job of butchering them, you know, and he'd just go out and shoot them like he would a wild animal.
Did they have horns?
Oh, sure.
Oh, sure.
They had horns. Nobody ever dehorned.
It was a big germ.
But we could hear them in the brush, and then we'd run, you know. But I guess Ben's were just as wild.
Oh,
Yeah.
they were wild.
I remember Holt running out in the.
Oh, I can remember. Remember that old black pea used to run around in?
Yeah.
You never stop any place. If you wanted to ride, you had to jump on the thing when it was running, because he couldn't stop, he couldn't get it started again. Yeah, Ben, he was, one of them chased him up a tree one time, way down there. But he used to go out and hunt with a rifle all the time. I mean, when they wanted deer meat, then he'd shoot it and he'd run around the whole island with fellow meat.
Well, I think that's what they used to sell that for.
Yeah.
Deer meat, you mean?
No.
Cattle.
Back of that old Model A, Model T. What was it that for that? Horses, pound, or something like that?
Oh, yeah, about that, I would say.
4 or 5 cents a pound, yeah.
Of course, it wasn't government inspected, was it?
No.
Well, what's that?
None of the farmers had meat that was government inspected.
We never heard of such things, you know, as pasteurized milk or...
Did anyone ever have problems with that? You know, any brucellosis or whatever you can get from milk, or any bad meat or anything?
We had to get rid of all our herd one year.
Did you?
Mhm.
Just You had to slaughter them?
Well,
Well, we sold them, somebody came and bought them. Yeah, we had to get rid of them.
tuberculosis then, yeah. It was the seeds, there were several of them,
Tuberculosis.
yeah.
No, it was, well, I think we had tuberculosis too, but that's not what I'm thinking. That wasn't, was that what you said, tuberculosis?
Well, I think it's called brucellosis.
Yeah, that's what we
Yeah.
had. Mhm.
Yeah.
We had that too, but we did lose some tuberculosis, a couple of them.
Cattle?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Did people get tuberculosis out here too?
No, no. It was the state came out and started inspecting the cattle out here, and they'd always pick out one or two in the herd. They had to get rid
Did
of
your
them.
folks have some too?
No, I don't think we had any. I don't
so
think
either, and I don't know whether Anderson did, but we had bought a cow, not,
Oh,
we
yeah.
haven't had it too long. We never thought about things like that, you know.
No.
When did they pass the herd law?
When was that?
In your
Must
own
have been-
Oh, I don't know, must
In
be,
the 30s?
huh?
Yeah, it must have been the 30s.
It was,
I should remember.
late 30s.
After that, we had to chase
Yeah.
them down to the tide flat and up in the pasture.
What, was there some reason for this? Did a lot of
They started
people
running on
object?
the roads.
Yeah, people objected to having them on the road, when they got start getting cars out there where they were in the way.
He
Did
wouldn't
it-
always move, so we had a fella down here, he always carried a 22, and if one got in his way, he just shot it in the rump or someplace. Right, isn't it, Lowell? Don't you remember that, Steve?
No. Oh,
Don't you remember Steve?
I remember Steve, you betcha. A lot of
And
stories about
the
him.
people would butcher something, you know, and here they'd find a 22 bullets, you know. You know, he didn't kill them, he just kind of shoved them on.
Was that Steve Judson?
Yeah.
He was a wild one.
Sure
Maybe
was.
he was a good surveyor. He was a very good surveyor. When he put a line, you'd know that's where it belonged.
Yeah.
This is you ought to have out here now.
Corner stake on the island too.
Right, Lowell?
Huh?
That's what they ought to have out here now, is a
Yeah.
surveyor that's bright.
That's right.
Every time you ask somebody, you get a different answer about who had the first car on the island. Who do you
Well,
think had the first
well,
car?
Eric.
Did your old boy have the first one?
Eric said the first one, didn't they? They brought it out on the boat, on the Vaughn.
I don't
That's
know.
always the
When the
story
Earl,
I've
I don't know, but Earl Boyd over here, he
Yeah.
he
One
had
of
a
the
car.
next ones,
car-
it was
Yeah.
probably second, if not first.
No, but I think Eric's had first, because they
Oh.
brought it out on the Vaughn.
What's that one Dan had?
Oh, that was,
Oh, that
that
was-
was a Model T, but that was.
No, he used to have one open the barn there, there was an old one.
It's an old rusty red one, wasn't it?
I don't know if it was a Rio or Maxwell or what. Couldn't have been a Maxwell.
Your folks are the ones that had the Maxwell,
Yeah,
but that wasn't so early.
no.
Well, I remember Earl Boyd had, or I don't know, over there, anyway, somebody had it over there, but I don't remember. You mean the old Rio or that wasn't, it was
Not
Eric?
the one they got now, they had a touring car first.
Oh,
Still got parts of it.
That's
Oh,
a
had they?
19, is that the old panel?
Yeah, well,
It's a 1919, isn't it?
14.
14,
The
1914?
delivery truck, little one?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's 14.
When did Paul Camus get his car, the one that you told me about?
a tree fell on it?
That was after we got the ferry.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well, when was the ferry?
about
That
21.
was when Fort Lewis was first started.
It was 21, wasn't it? It wasn't the 20s.
Oh,
Yeah, I imagine.
Fort
21 or
Lewis started up during, right after the draft for the First
Well,
World
that's right.
War.
Fort Lewis was there before by 1918, I know.
1917.
Well, I don't think we got the first ferry until in the 20s. 21 or something.
What was the first ferry? Was that the Elk?
Which one went to Long Branch? I think.
Well, the city Shelton went to Long Branch too, but I think it was the Elk first,
No,
wasn't it?
no. I had a ferry scheduled around here someplace. With
From the first ferry?
No?
Oh, that would be interesting.
It's where?
Well, I don't remember, but I saw a picture of it someplace. That, I wondered, it seems to me that as soon as the Elk was off the run, then the City of Stockton came on. Or was there a gap in there?
No, I don't think they have exactly.
I don't know when the City of Stockton was built. I have a picture of them, you know, in fact, it's up at the
Well,
website.
did you get the paper here a few weeks ago showing the Scansy shipyard?
That's the one, I took it up
Still,
to
the city of Stellarton was pictured there on
What
page.
year was that?
I don't know, I didn't look, they said there, but I didn't look.
Yeah.
But this is telling here about the new 30-car city of Stellarton coming.
We're going downhill, see?
30 car, huh?
Now they're down to 9.
May 10th, 1925.
That's the inaugural run?
I guess, because it says the new
Oh, I
30-car
see.
ferry.
That was 1925?
Yeah.
It says, call it McNeil's Island here. When did they stop that?
They used to run all three, they stopped,
The city of
they stopped at
Stockton.
McNeil Island and Long Branch when the Narrows Bridge was built. The first Narrows Bridge. And that was built when?
1939.
39?
It fell, built 38. No, I'll take the
It
next.
was opened in 40, wasn't it?
Right,
Fell
40.
down in
Fell
40.
down November 7th, 40.
It's got bus schedule, BUSS. That's really something.
Well, yeah, scheduled old elk.
I don't know, I picked all those things about a drawer and all that old stuff, put it in that plastic.
New, fast, 30-car ferry.
Nice to keep all those things.
Boy, oh boy.
That schedule that you had there had a picture of what looked like a huge ferry on
This
it.
is old matter though.
Well, that was something else. That was in Seattle.
No, this, you had a schedule from,
From the post office?
oh, I think it was,
How old is it?
the
Well, that
40s or the
was, that there
50s.
was made when we
Was
put
it
in
39?
the,
No? But
Carrier.
anyway, one of the schedules that you
Oh,
had
that
there,
was
it wasn't too long ago.
Steve made
Yeah,
that.
This is the only one that's ran here, other than
41
the one that run now.
Well, that's what I was wondering is maybe they just had.
The Elk was about the same size, I think,
Good math.
or maybe a little smaller. And the City of Stockton, pretty
Yeah,
good
so I
sized
had to
ferry.
send in, a proposed mail route.
Oh, I see it. They had to turn in or.
Yeah.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
well, you buy every day
Well,
where
I
it
can
gets.
remember when the
Yeah.
first papers.
Yeah.
And that was at 42, I think, or 41. That's when the camp was next door when they started.
Oh,
When the,
oh, is that so?
that was in the early 40s. I was just think 40. 70.
This is, when they first got a mail carrier.
Oh,
Was that route?
Yeah, that was a proposed route.
Steve Judson drew this.
Yeah, Steve Judson drew that. He made two, so Seattle's got one.
This is 1914 road map.
Oh,
Oh, gee, that would be interesting. 1914.
Well, they got roads on the map to get out that never existed.
That's right.
I mean, they never even existed in 1914.
Well, and they get a name on a property and they never change it. Makes a difference how many times it changes hands.
That's
They
true.
never change it.
There's Hopkins Road, I think, going in there. But nothing going down to 20.
County Wharf, did they use that, Lyle's dock there as a county wharf?
Yeah.
Both of them are county, that and the other one.
Yeah, they're both counties.
So the mailboat landed there,
Mm-hmm.
and Carlston used it for his business. I guess, steamboat there.
That's
Then when, I don't remember where the mailboat still landed at Otso Point when Warner's at the post office, or Just landed their place.
Grandfather Peterson
Oh,
got
there.
7 pictures when he first
Oh.
Oh, was it that one?
See, Awesome Point had that float, you know, out
Because he
there.
Yeah.
was pretty, that was, I don't know, when did he
Right on the
first come
point.
here, do you know?
No, didn't Warner go up in the rowboat and meet the mail?
I don't know.
Or, oh.
Maybe that's what he did.
When was there a float?
When the Eagle
Well, I
was
remember
running?
when it was, the piling are still there. I mean, when you dig down,
Might be.
You see,
Yeah.
like Big John's.
oh yeah, I can remember when I was just a kid, we used to get eels out of it, out of the old float
But you see,
logs.
Big Johnson had a lot of land.
Used to be
too. I
eels,
don't know
big
how much
eels.
he had.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't-
That is, I don't know.
Yeah,
if he had 7
yeah,
or 8,
right in the old float logs.
so he
Big
had-
eels, I
he
mean,
had 700 acres, you know.
you know, not these little teeny things about this long you see running around now, but they were big
Well,
eels.
of course,
Well,
they all had
I
water.
never seen them anyplace else around here.
You know, where Big Sharon's at now, that was part of
Yeah.
But that was right on the point.
it. Over as far as,
Dan had it for something there.
Dog.
Maybe somebody had it before him.
Well, Eagle used
Oh,
to land
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, the eagle used to land there.
Yeah.
And then way up the hill to.
Was, but,
Now, I wouldn't.
later on,
They
It
would-
doesn't have any caffeine
it was
Oh,
still
yeah.
afloat. I mean, it wasn't, it kept going downhill all the time, but it was still
in it. It's that.
usable.
Yeah.
I just need to.
I don't know when it was first built.
Sorry. I've had coffee today, though. We had
This is
lunch
an interesting map,
at
1940.
the club,
Oh, what'd you
the
have?
historical
What'd you-
today.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
having a potluck at
Pretty
the,
casual.
at the Riviera
Yeah, I
tonight.
know, yeah. It's the third Saturday. Yeah.
Every Saturday night?
Every third Saturday.
Oh, I
This is,
Got a real